G'day guys, Supercoach BBL is officially open, so absolutely pumped for this. One of my favorite fantasy formats, so really looking forward to a massive 2025/2026. We've got you covered here on the Swordplay channel. My brothers Scobes and Joshy, the cricket experts around here. They'll be coming to you with a weekly podcast as well as other videos, including some team previews, a wealth of knowledge those two. I'll be joining in from time to time as well. We are recording a potty later on tonight, but I thought before we do that, I'll put out a very, very quick team reveal of my own. I haven't checked out any other BBL content, had a really big last couple of days. So I thought I'll put my own thoughts out there, give you a little bit behind my strategy, but I'm not going to do a really deep dive or anything like that. I'll leave that to the experts, Scobes and Joshy, when we get on the podcast tonight. But I'm going to hopefully keep this to about 10, 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to be really quick with this because I'm sure there'll be many, many more changes to come. But before we do get into it, BBL Open League. We do have an open Swordplay League. So if you are interested in taking on the team, 555-417. That's 555-417. Get yourself in the Open League. We'll also have some head-to-head leagues as well. All right, so I've got some quick notes up here. Just put together a quick slide before I actually put the team together. Now, this is what I'm looking to do, and I haven't had a lot of time to think about this, just slapped it together, but looking at the fixture and the schedule, it's huge in BBL. You've got to be all over it because those teams that have the double game weeks, you've got to be all over them. And I'm not saying just fill your whole squad with double game week one players, which are the Hurricanes and the Sixers. You've got to spread things out and look into the future as well. But the Hurricanes do have 2 doubles in the first 3 weeks. So they're a little bit of a different beast to start the season. So I think that some Hurricanes in your side are an absolute must. I'm also looking to start at least 4 round 2 double game players because what I've done in the past is I've really focused on round 1 in particular and not enough into the future. So that's something that I want to make sure I'm all over this year. A little bit easier because you keep onto those Hurricanes that you select and perform well, I suppose, in round 1, keep them for round 2 for their single, and then round 3, they're on that double again. So your planning's a little bit easier, I think, given the Hurricanes have 2 out of the first 3. Start a cheap loop. I always do that so you can take advantage of that captaincy score. Solidify the bench. Now, another thing I've been guilty of in the past is just selecting a heap of random rookies at the 40 to 60K mark, I suppose you'd say, and it just hasn't worked out for me. So what I want to do is maybe reduce a star in the starting side and spread the money, spread the love a little bit towards the bench. So I've got some players that can actually come on. And when I'm using my loop, for example, having a player that can come on field and potentially score well. Now, the cash gen, that's something I'm not too sure about. When it comes to the rookies, I'm not absolutely all over it. So I think that's where some things may change. But let's get into it. I've got my screen up here, so I'll just have to remove that. Get the Supercoach screen up. Where am I on here? Here I am. Now, we'll, again, make this really, really quick, and I'm not going to deep dive into the players. But one thing I'm going to start off by doing is I'm going to just filter by Hurricanes. So I think the wicketkeeper, actually, I'll get back to the wicketkeeper spot, but if you look here in the batting section, we've got Mitch Owen, so I think he is an absolute non-negotiable, this bloke. We know there's going to be batting. We know there's going to be bowling. We are playing a pretty penny for him, but you look at that fixture, you look at the schedule, you want to have this bloke in your side, I think. Now, Bo Webster, I'm not sure if he'll be available. Have to wait and see there. The Chode, I do like the Chode, so I think with bat bowl coming in at under 130K, I think that's relatively good value for what the Chode could potentially produce. Hussein's probably someone I'll look at as well. I might actually spread some love into the bowling section as well with some of the Hurricanes. Benny McDermott. All right, so I'm going to go Hussein. Look at the bowlers. Nathan Ellis is someone I think I'd like to have. Stanley, Jordan. We'll chuck Jordan in for now. So what's that? 5. And then I reckon we'll go to the wicket keepers. We'll get out of the Hurricanes players because I think there's a really obvious one for me anyway. And that's Josh Phillippe. So the Sixers also have the double in week 1. 109,000 for what this band can potentially produce, I think is really good value. And I think the pairing that you go, even though obviously you're not going to be playing him week one, Benny McDermott, I'm going to be going Philippi. I think you'll just chuck McDermott on the bench there. He can even come on and you do a bit. Look, week 3, they've got the double anyway. So we'll see how he starts the season, Benny McDermott. But I think that's what I'm going to look to do there. Now, I would love to have, now I'm not sure what Short's availability is going to be. Maxwell, you'd love to have. Overton, you'd love to have as well. It's week 3. I think they have the double. Then it's a bye, then another double. So it's a little bit awkward there, but I think there's time to get Maxwell. Cooper Connolly, I really rate. He'll have a bat, have a bowl. Rizwan, I'd love to have in the wicketkeeper position. I don't think you can go past this man. He should be one of the stars of the competition. And I don't like to go batters only. As you can see, all the blokes I've got as batters so far are all rounders. But I think Bubba is a bit of a different type beast. So I think I'm just going to start off with him on that double. Now, I do want to invest in some week 2 players, and that's the Thunder and the Heat. And I think there's a man, geez, he must be, good value, I think, what he can produce. Daniel Sams at 116K. I think I'll start him just looking into next week because all I've got so far is double week 1 players. So what have we got? We've got some bowlers to round out. Oh, another one I'm going to need to grab. I'm just going to, again, I don't know about his availability. That is an absolute bargain buy. Michael Nisa at 93K. I don't know how often we'll see him with the bat in his hands, depending on selections. But as a bowler even, I think that's fantastic value for Nisa. So I've got my 1, 2. Spencer Johnson, I think, injured. Gee, that's a great signing. He's net Berendorf by the Renegades. Freddie, I wouldn't mind there. Benny Dwarshus, I don't mind. So I'm trying to go as quick as possible, just try to put something together here. So you know what? I don't mind that. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I've got to grab my loot. Who's that going to be? Bat bowl. It's going to be Aiden O'Connor. Now, I need to look at the schedule and the fixture to work out the timing of the Thunder games because if they're early, then you may just need to pay up a little bit more for a loot. But ideally, that's what you want with the DPP. Now, I did say that I want to beef the benches up a little bit. Highest price. What's my salary cap? 414. And I need to do something with the flex, don't I? All right. So I'm going to look for a bit of value here. Someone that's half decent. Chris Green. Looking into next week. Potentially. There you go. Abbott. I'd love to have for week 1, but can't have them all. This could be the man here. Xavier Bartlett at 128K. Just stashing in there. That will give me 1, 2, 3. So that'll give me 4 plays for the doubles in week 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in week 3 plus week 1. So what I've got a flex. All right, well, let's see what we can do in regards to flex. Just round this out. Nathan Lyon. I don't really know any of those. Wildermuth, maybe. Buckingham. Joel Davies. Oh, gee, that's value for Hardy, isn't it? think I'll go there. Aaron Hardy. All right, so how much have I got? 211K. Doesn't give me a lot, does it? Just trying to think, are there any other players that I can think of that I need in my side? Sims. Oh, Jack Edwards. There we go. Jack Edwards, beautiful. And then, all right. Oh, that's another bloke. Whoops. Mitch. Oh, so I haven't got the cash. What have I got? 97K. All right, so I need to start shaving some money here. All right, maybe I go Alice down. Maybe Meredith. And can that give me Mitch Marsh? Yes, beautiful. Oh, 3,800 remaining. All right, so what do we got? What have we landed on here? So he's got the double. Swap there, Bartlett, Hardy. So we have landed on, and again, this is just a quick team for now. Sure, there'll be many more changes, but we've got Philippi as a double, Owen, Baba, the Chode, Hussein, Edwards. So all doubles have gone overboard. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 doubles, but then next week, 1, 2, 3. I've already got your 4. And then the Scorchers are a little bit later on. I'll have to invest in stars. So I reckon next week, yeah, I've got to prepare for stars. Now, I haven't got Maxwell, but what I'm hoping to do is use Bubba and Dwarshus. So go up and then down from there. Even switch to the bench, bring someone like your Bartlett on for next week. Edwards is someone that you could potentially hold, just see how he goes and continue to use him. And having Marsh there as well at the flex position, who knows what he can do? That's an absolute bargain. So I've managed to achieve all of my goals, I think, from that slide, which is get those 4 players for next week, focus on a little bit of value. And I think blokes like your Nisa, your Marsh, even your Edwards provide a little bit of value there. Some stars and captain options. So I think I've got that for now with your Owen, for example. Bubba could absolutely go off. You've got a Freedy there who I didn't mention. Dwarshus, I think, has been really solid, particularly with the bat last season. So I'd prefer him over an Abbott at this stage. But again, you could go up to an Alice type if you've got the money. But I did go down to Meredith there to be able to, afford Marsh. Jordan, he's got plenty of doubles in the first 3 weeks. And then I've got Hardy, Bartlett, Sam's currently on the bench. I think that's fairly healthy with McDermott. And then you've got the loop. So let me know, guys, am I spending too much money on the bench? And should I maybe upgrade some of my on-field options to some of the stars of the game? A Maxwell and Overton, even though they haven't got doubles in the first couple, potentially. Let me know, guys. I'll be seeking some feedback from Scobes and Joshy tonight, but that is the team reveal for now. Remember to join the Open League if you haven't already, and check out the podcast. It should be out late tonight. No, actually, I think it's going to be the live one. So it will be, I think, 8:45 tonight. So stay tuned for that one and plenty more swordplay content in the BBL space. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope all is well, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers. Bye.